Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Leslie. I am so glad to have you here. I would love to have you become part of my YouTube family, so please hit the subscribe button down below and join the family. We're on our way to 200 subscribers. Yes. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about tips for a natural, unmedicated birth. If you're new to my channel, I have a daughter named Eden who is 10 months old. I had her naturally. I had a natural unmedicated birth with her. So I'm really excited about this. This is something I'm passionate about, and I feel like sometimes women want to aim for an unmedicated birth, but they kind of get scared, or they don't have anyone to support them, or they don't know what they should do to make sure that happens. So I'm excited to share these tips with you guys, and I hope they benefit you. Let's get started, guys. So the first tip I have for you is do not be afraid to advocate for yourself. Sometimes nurses will kind of try to sway you in a different direction, try to intervene and give you, try to convince you that you want medication, try to convince you that certain things are necessary, like Pitocin, or that if the baby is not here within a certain amount of hours, then you need to be induced, or they need to give you a C-section. And don't get me wrong, sometimes, it is necessary to be induced, it is necessary to have a cesarean, but not all the time. And you need to learn to advocate for yourself and advocate for what you want. And along with that, you should pick out a hospital that stands for the same things you do and the things you want in your labor. That's super important, because if you want a natural unmedicated birth and you're going to a hospital that has a high cesarean rate, chances are that you are going to be forced into having a cesarean. I know some people who the doctor kind of lied to them and told them that the baby heartbeat was going down for a really long period of time and they needed to have a cesarean, and it wasn't the case. The baby's heartbeat dropped for like 1 second and came back up, and there was no other signs of trouble, but yet they made them have a cesarean. Do your research and find a hospital that goes side and side with what you believe. I personally had a midwife. I love the concept of a midwife, and a lot of times OB-GYNs are known for intervening, they're known for interventions, they really are, but not all OB-GYNs. So you need to do your research and know which provider in your network will go with the plan, or go with, the desires that you want for your birth. So do your research. Another tip I have is ask questions. Sometimes we're so afraid and we think, oh, the doctors, the nurses know what's best for me, they've been doing this a long time. But ask questions. If they say they want to do something to you or your baby, they want to give you a certain medication, they want to have you on the monitor, or want to give you IV, whatever it is, ask questions. Ask why they want to do that. Is it really necessary? Get all the information you can before you make a decision. Don't just let them make that decision for you. Get a doula or a support person. If you can't afford a doula, get a support person. Doulas are amazing. I've talked about them before on my channel. They are amazing. I didn't have one for my birth, but I do want to get one for my next birth. They are so amazing. And especially if you want an unmedicated birth, like, they will give you different positions to labor in that will help you get through the contractions. They will be there to encourage you. They will be there to support you. They will be there to kind of explain things. If the doctors and nurses say something, they'll be there to explain things. They will be there to support you. They are your support person, and they're amazing. They can give you massages to help kind of go through the contractions. Like, doulas are amazing. And even if you're not having an unmedicated birth, doulas can still, I'll probably do a video on doulas, they can still help support you no matter like what ends up happening throughout your birth. Make sure the hospital team is on the same page as you. When you get there, make sure you give them your birth plan. You tell them what you want, whether you want, unmedicated, intermediate monitoring, you want to be free to labor around. Just be clear with them and tell them what you want. A big tip is labor at home as much as you can. I've listened to hundreds of births, and trust me, laboring at home as long as you can makes a big difference, because once you go to the hospital, you know, it can slow down your labor depending on what they do. If you're not dilated that much, they might want to give you Pitocin. Like, there's so many factors that can come to play when you go to the hospital. So labor at home as much as you can. For me, what I did is I walked around my apartment a bunch of times. I was breathing through the contractions. I did not go to the hospital until 3 hours before I gave birth. That's a lie. 2 hours before I gave birth, and I was already 8 centimeters by then. But I labored at home as much as I can. At home, you have a peaceful environment. You can labor however you please, whether that's in the shower, you know, on a birth ball, just walking around. You can labor in peace. You don't have people breathing on your neck trying to like monitor the baby. It's just so much better. So labor at home as much as you can. This one might sound kind of like common sense, but breathe through the contractions. Be aware of your breath through the contractions. It makes it so much easier. So therefore you're not concentrating on the pain, but you're concentrating on your breaths, if that makes sense. It works. It's amazing what your brain can do. It just really does. Just focus on your breath and not the contractions, because when you focus on the pain of the contraction, you are more likely to end up getting medication, getting the epidural for your pain, and you're more likely to just feel overwhelmed by the pain and just feel defeated by it. But when you focus on your breath and not the pain, you can get through the contractions better. Just go with the flow of the contractions. Contractions only last for about a minute. It's a minute that you have to get through. It isn't 5 minutes. Like, it's a minute you have to get through. Go with the flow. Ride the waves. Don't try to be in control of the contractions. Just go with the flow. Go with the flow. Research different labor positions and different methods. There's the Bradley method, there's hypnobirthing. There's a bunch of different birthing methods that if you do go to like Bradley childbirthing class or hypnobirthing class or whatever it may be, know that sometimes like during your labor, that might not work for you. You may think it will, but during labor it might not. So research different birthing positions so you can try different positions and see what feels best for you in that moment you're laboring. Like I said, it's incredible what the mind can do. So research different methods. Don't just research just one method, because like I said, it might not work for you in the moment when you're actually laboring, because what you think you want is not going to be what you want in that moment. Along with that, listen to birthing and pregnancy podcast and watch positive labor videos. I listened to the Birth Hour podcast. I listened to Pregnancy Confidential. I listened to, can't remember what it's called, but it's an Australian podcast about pregnancy. It's called, I think it's called The Bump. Pretty sure it's called The Bump. And those really helped me. I also listened to Birth Queen, and it just really helped me kind of learn a lot about birth and different methods and about breastfeeding, and it just helped me be prepared. And for me, that helped so much. I wasn't scared of birth. I wasn't scared of anything that could go wrong. When I say listen to positive labor or watch positive labor videos, I'm saying that because sometimes there can be like scary videos that can like really frighten you about birth and make you think that birth is this like horrible and scary thing. It's not. There's things that can go wrong, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna go wrong for you. So just listen to positive podcasts and positive videos on labor. They can be helpful. You can kind of see what other women did to labor through the contractions. You get an idea of maybe things that you want for your birth that you didn't know you wanted. If you're gonna labor at home, maybe write down some affirmations and put them up on your walls around your house so that you can be reminded. It can be like, I'm strong, my body is strong, my body can get through this. Things like that will help you kind of get that in your head, and you can repeat it to yourself and know that your body was made for this. You can do it. You are strong, and those positive thoughts are going to help you get through those contractions. And trust me guys, at the end of this all, when you have your baby in your arms, that is the best feeling ever, and that's going to make everything just disappear. all the contractions, everything gone. You're not gonna remember about them. Now, the last tip that I want to share with you guys is listen to your body. Listen to your body. Your body knows what it needs. So by this I mean that if your body, you know, while you're laboring, if you feel like you need to crouch down, because that might be what your body needs to feel relief from the contraction. If your body feels like you need to sit on the toilet, believe it or not, for a lot of women that helps tremendously. If your body feels like you need to go in the shower, go in the shower. That hot water might help relieve the contractions a bit. If your body wants you to walk around, walk around. If your body feels like it needs a labor ball, use a labor ball. If your body feels like it needs to be on all fours, then get down on all fours. Listen to your body, know what your body needs, be in tune with your body, and it will make the process so much easier. Trust me, guys, so much easier. So those are all the tips I have to share with you guys today. Honestly, guys, you guys can do this. I hope these tips were informative. I hope that they will help you have an unmedicated birth, help you get through it. And maybe if you don't end up having an unmedicated birth, that they will at least help you get through the contractions, get through labor. And trust me, guys, like I said earlier, when you have your baby in your arms, you forget about it all. All that matters is that your baby comes out healthy and you are healthy. So guys, power through. Please give this video a thumbs up. Please hit the bell notification button so you can be notified every time I upload. I love you guys. Please share this video with your friends, anyone you know that has a goal of having an unmedicated birth. I'll see you guys next time. I love you guys so much. Bye, guys.